into week 8. I can't believe I'm like 8 weeks already. I found out like 4.5 weeks ago that I was pregnant. It has gone so fast, this pregnancy. I think it's just going to fly by, and I'm like, it's just going to go crazily fast. So yes, I am 8 weeks and the baby is the size of a raspberry, which is awesome. It is 1.6 centimetres long. Last week I said it was 1.5 centimetres. I wasn't 100% sure. The website that I did look at was at, it did say that the baby is at 1.3 centimetres, so that's not too bad. But yeah, the size of raspberry, that's like that big. I've got a raspberry somewhere, I've been eating them. They're not just like that big. Little spruglet is like that big. It is really cool. It has been a bit strange this week. Like, I can kind of feel it. Like right now, the belt of my trousers obviously is going into my stomach, like at the bottom, because obviously they're hipsters, and it feels like it is just annoying something in there and it doesn't like it, and that it really needs to be pulled out and left alone, because it feels like something's not overly like it, and if you touch it, it's very firm at the bottom of my stomach, like just at the bottom, not the fat obviously, because there's a lot of fat on this. I obviously have quite a lot to talk to you about. I went to midwife today, so I've got a bag of goodies that I did forget they show you. I did record this, so I'm bound to miss a load of things out, so I've just said it in the last recording. What is going on this week? I am very tired, I am very nauseous, I am very grumpy, and a lot of things are not wanting me to eat it. It's not as if they make me sick, it is just like I drink it or eat it and I just don't feel really good. Genuine drinks at the moment, I can't drink Coke, lemonade, water is not agreeing with me, ice water is not agreeing with me, squash is not agreeing with me, tea, coffee, milk is not agreeing with me. I'm pretty screwed because I pretty much drink water, squash, tea and coffee all day, and none of them are agreeing with me and they make me want to be sick. I have got a cup of tea down there which I am attempting to drink, which is not going down very well, but I did buy a drink yesterday that kind of took my fancy. It's the Volvic Juice Perfectly Peachy, and I have drank that, and that is the only thing that hasn't made me be sick. Sorry, I don't know whether that's Edward who is taking a nap or the cat. I think it's the cat. Edward has taken a nap because he's grumpy. So I said, if you need to go to bed, babe, you can cuddle up with mummy's pillow. So he cuddled up in my bed and he'd gone within seconds, so he was very tired. But yeah, that I can drink. I did buy the apple version as well. That I cannot drink. It does not like that. It is quite funny. But they're bottled together. They're like 2 for £3, which are not too bad. And I thought I could keep the bottles and fill it with water and put it in the fridge if it gets hotter, so that Ed can just go and make himself a drink. Because we've got a new fridge freezer and we haven't got the water dispenser on it anymore because my other one broke and I had to get it, and then we've had this whole kerfuffle about washing machines. I've had 2 new washing machines in the last like 2 days, and the one was second hand that I thought it would do for now. The woman sold us one that was broken, so my mum ended up buying me a brand new one because my sister's going off to uni and I spent a lot of money on my sister going to uni, and I turned around and said, well, you don't have to keep buying me stuff. I was like, I don't really care. If Rachel's going off to uni and you've got to buy her stuff, you buy her stuff. I don't really mind if you don't buy me anything. So yeah. A lot of things, tea and coffee I've gone off of, and sugary things. The only time I can drink pop or like fizzy or whatever you call it, whatever country you're from, soda, there you go, is I can drink Dr Pepper, and it has to be out the vending machine at work, which sounds really stupid, but because it's cold and it's in a can, and I can drink that, and I'm like, I can drink that at work. If I go and have a break, I can drink that. It's good. Chocolate I can eat. It doesn't mind chocolate. For some reason that doesn't make me feel sick. Fruit, it doesn't make me feel sick at the moment, which is quite good. I got a bit funny with fruit. And I haven't tried anything big like a roast dinner or anything yet, because I know that roast dinners Edward didn't like too much, and he didn't like letting me eat them. And this one so far I've been alright with. What else? My boobs are so sore still. They are sore. They are huge as well, and I feel that they won't be in this bra for much longer. They're gonna get really big. I've got a feeling they're gonna be bigger than after I had Edward. I went up to a a double F after I had Edward, and the last year I managed to probably go down between an E and an F, and well, yeah, they are like, I got a bad feeling that I'm going to have like my colostrum come in at like 16 weeks like I did with Edward. I've got a bad feeling they're so sore. I have had some weird little stomach pains the last couple of days, nothing to I would overly be like about. I won't be like until if I get any bleeding. If I have bleeding, that's the first time I'm going straight to the doctors. Like, I did say that if I went to my midwife today, if I have any bleeding, what do I do? She was like, go straight to the doctors. I was like, I'm going. Because I'm not sure on if the early pregnancy unit's open or anything like that anymore. But yeah, so far, so good. Right, so now I'm going to talk about my midwife appointment. And hopefully this camera is not going to annoy me and decide to turn off, run out of battery, run out of memory, or anything like that. And hopefully the cat's not going to be a knob and come up and knock the tripod over. And oh, I'm so stressed. I've been very stressed. Anyway, midwife. So we went to the midwife on Friday. Woo! Ed and Jay come. I did ask Jay in the end if he wanted to come. I was a bit like, you know, I'm not used to people coming with me to go to places like that, and I knew I was going to take Edward because obviously I had no one else to have Edward, and Jay's brother's girlfriend was like, have you not asked Jay to go? And I was like, well, not really. And she was like, I think he would like to go. So I asked him and he's like, yeah. I was like, oh, okay, I think he wants to go. And obviously I'm not used to that. I mean, when I had Edward, his dad by this point had obviously got in his head it was abortion or I'm going to run away, and I wouldn't have an abortion, so he ran away, literally. And at this point, me and Ed's dad had broken up. But even from when I found out to this point, we weren't really talking. So I'm pretty sure we had broken up before this. I think it was about 5 or 6 weeks, but it was at this point that he literally had like done the kind of abortion, or you know, I think I can remember the message he sent me was, if you get rid of it today, we can get drunk tonight, which was quite good. So I'm not used to people being there for me, alright? So I'm really not used to it. I'm not used to somebody sticking around. I've done it all on my own, and to be truthful, I was quite happy about going to doing this on my own, you know, like going all this, and I'm not used to somebody like talking about it, and the fact that he's kind of picked names that he likes and joking around saying that he's got to be dressed in bright orange because he likes orange. And then I joked around saying I was going to like crochet a little hat in orange and stuff like that. But he's kind of like showing interest, and it's really strange. So yeah, I said if he wanted to go, he can come. So he's come and he was really happy. So I went to the midwife, and first of all, she did my blood pressure. The one thing she didn't do was work out how far gone I was. I was quite shocked. But I had already gone to the doctors, and I guess the doctor had just written down what I had said, and then she wrote that down on my notes. So I'm pretty sure she just literally went from what the doctor said. So yeah, she did my blood pressure and she drew blood, and I tell you what, she was amazing. I told her straight away the only arm she's going to get blood out is my right arm, and that you know, they have tried, and she looked and she was like, yeah, no, that's not a very good arm for blood. And I was like, yeah, it's either this arm or like the back, you know, the hand. And she was like, yeah, oh, he's good, that one there, like. And she said, shut up, scratch. And I didn't feel it. And I do not like needles, and I don't like blood. Some funny thing, you can have tattoos, but you know, you don't like having blood taken or anything like that. But she was really good, kind of like shoved it in, got shitloads out. I was surprised how much they took, like. But I guess because I hadn't said I don't want it tested for like HIV and hepatitis and stuff, they kind of do all that. If you say I don't want that, then obviously they won't test it for that, even though I would get tested for that, even though I know I probably don't have that. The chance of having that is quite low. You know, I haven't been pricked by anything, and Jay's not got anything because I have been tested against that since I've been, before me and Jay got, like, you know, since we and Jay, every time I do blood they kind of look for that. I don't know why, but they just do it. It's like an automatic thing, I'm pretty sure. It's just, yeah. So she was really good, and the only thing I don't like is when they pull the needle back out, and I hate that, and it was really good, I didn't feel it. She was going to put some sticky stuff on me, and like the tape, and I was like, don't, like surgical tape or whatever, don't do it. Because it just brings me out in a rash, and she was like, alright then, okay, I won't. And then it was the question time, and I mean, it was question time. Like, this is what she gave me. This is like my pack. They give you obviously your notes, and then this is a pack that I think everybody gets in the UK. I don't know whether you do or not, but she just chucked my notes in there. Let me read some of the questions they asked. It is literally 101 questions. So these are my notes. I think that's like after the baby's born. That's labour. Pretty sure that's your labour, and then this is basically your pregnancy. This was pretty full by the time I had Edward. I had extra things stuck in there and everything, so it literally has all my information. It has Jay's number, and he's been put down as my next of kin to do a pregnancy. My next of kin generally is my mum, because Jay doesn't live with me yet, so he's not really my next of kin. Plus we're not married, so my mum's still my next of kin. My midwife is called Tracy, and she's quite funny. So apparently what they do is every appointment they have to write their name in here. If I have to go into hospital, like I did with Edward quite a lot, they've got to write in here. If I have other appointments, like to do my pelvis and stuff, again, they've got to write in here, which is pretty much the same as Edward. This is kind of, you kind of see how many weeks you go and see them. So my first appointment was obviously Friday the 22nd, she writes funny, and she literally has put estimated weeks, gestation, 8 weeks, no days, so done in 8 weeks. And then your next thing is your dating scan at 12 weeks, so I'm 8 weeks 4 days, and you get that letter go through straight away through the post. You have another appointment at 16 weeks with your midwife. At between 18 and 20 weeks, you have your anomaly scan. At 25 weeks, if you're having your first baby, you would have another appointment. But I won't. I'll have another one at 28 weeks. And then at 31 weeks, if it's your first baby, you would have another appointment, because I'm not my first one. I won't have one until I'm 34. Then I'll have one at 36. And then it says health visit and antenatal visit. So I guess health visitors come around to our house now. That never happened with Edward. Then you get an appointment at 38 weeks. Then if it's your first baby, you have an appointment at 40 weeks. Then you have one at 41 weeks, and then 42 weeks. But yeah, let me get down to like some of the questions they ask you. So basically they ask you if you're married, single, separated, divorced, and obviously I have a partner, so they put partner. They ask you where you come from, like if you're English, if you're born in the UK or something. And obviously I said UK. They ask you what your faith/religion is, and I said like Christian. They also ask you silly questions because of your religion, whether you will accept blood if you have to have like blood trans something, I can't remember what they're called, blood something. They also ask what I do, so what I work. Like it says, do you have difficulty understanding English? Do you have difficulties reading or writing English? Do I have difficulties understanding my notes? And it's literally these kind of questions. Ask you what kind of work I do, so it says shop work. And then it asks me if I claim any benefits, which obviously I get like working tax credits and child tax credits, because Jay doesn't live with me yet, so when he moves in with me then obviously we'd have to do that. It also asks you if you're a smoker, and she's put down as a yes for me. Anybody else at home smokes, and she's put down as yes, because Jay smokes, but we don't smoke in our house, we smoke outside. I don't smoke now. Obviously it says, do you smoke cigarettes? Yes. Do you smoke e-cigarettes? No. Do I smoke roll-ups? No. Do I smoke cannabis? No. Do I chew tobacco? No. Do I use shisha? No. And then she did a CO screening. Now I had like half a cigarette before I went, and my CO screening was 0.6 or 6. Then she asked how many I smoke a day, and to be truthful, I'd gone down from about 20 to 5. At the moment, I am maybe smoking one a day, if that, and I don't crave them at all. I said by 8 weeks I would stop smoking, and I pretty much have, so. She also asked if I drank alcohol before pregnancy, and Jay was like that. Yeah, no, I rarely do. If I do, like, you know, I like my Malibu. I could drink a lot of Malibu if I wanted to, but I really don't drink. I like have a can if, like, you know, a can of lager or something, or a beer. I might have a can, but I don't drink a lot. I'm not really a drinky person. Asked if you use street drugs, and I was like, what? Is that like paracetamol? So obviously I don't. I'm a bit stupid. And then she obviously asked you silly questions like, if I've been admitted to the ITU, which I have no idea what that is, so I said no. If I've been admitted to A&E in the last 12 months, obviously yes. And they asked really silly questions like, are you allergic to anything? Have you ever had blood clots? Have you had cancer? Have you ever had a cervical smear? Have you had diabetes? We don't have cervical smears here unless you're over 25, so I've still got a couple more years of that. Yes, they are bad. That's why so many people get cervical cancer at a young age in this country and die from it, because they don't do about it. They're really good. And then she asked you questions like, do you have any problems? I can't figure out how to put it. I'm dyslexic, so I am dyslexic, so I find it hard to read things. And then they ask you, this is new, I never had this with Edward, if you've got any mental health problems. So obviously they've put past or present mental health issues, and they put yes, because I have been depressed since I was 15. But I'm not depressed now. You can tell I'm quite bubbly. I get like grumpy, but I got depressed around about the time my granddad died, and then I went to go and see a counsellor. And then I was kind of okay for a bit, and then I had the miscarriage, and I broke down, and then I went to go and see another counsellor, and then she was rubbish, so they sent me to another counsellor, so that's pretty much how I explained it. They have offered me the antidepressants, but I refuse to take them because I don't want to rely on tablets to make me happy. And then literally like 2 months later I met Jay, and I've been happy ever since. I've not had a overly rubbish day since, well, this last 2 years. I've been happy. It's been really good. And then they've obviously asked about diabetes and high blood pressure, and that happens in our family, so it's quite good. And then they asked about previous births and miscarriages. So they wanted to know when I had a miscarriage, and I turned around to her, I was like, I can give you the actual date if you want to know. And she was like, but yeah, so she put down that it was in 2011 that I was 11 weeks. I'm pretty sure I was 11 weeks. I can't remember. One of my videos I said I was either 10 and a half or 11 and a half weeks. I can't remember. But either way, she put 11 because it's dead in the middle of both of the weeks, which is fair enough. And then obviously they asked about Edward, and obviously I had Edward, and he was a boy. And then they asked when he was born, how much he weighed, how far gone I was when I had him, his condition since, he's been well, where he is now, he's home, place of booking, place of birth, and they write like the hospital name. Obviously I'm not going to say that. How my labour went, whether I was induced or went in naturally. Obviously I went in naturally. My anaesthetic, which she's put down, I had epidural and a general anaesthetic because obviously they had to lower my blood pressure. What my delivery was, which I had a cesarean. And then like third stage, apparently she took normal, I don't know what that is. And then this other one, which I don't know what that means. And then they writ like how I got up to 7 centimetres and stuff like that. Which is pretty much all that is written this at the moment. The other things that she did tell me was that she thinks I could go natural, but she's not 100% sure. I'm on the high risk list, so I've got to be closely watched. So whether I will have to have extra appointments, I'm not sure. I have to go and see a consultant about my cesarean scar, and they will figure out whether I can. And she said that because I got to 7 centimetres, the first 7 centimetres this time will happen pretty quickly. It's the other ones that she's got to worry about. but she thinks I'd be able to have a natural, and she said, like, what do I want? And I said, to be truthful, I don't know. I truthfully kind of want a cesarean because I want to kind of get it over and done with, and I don't want to have a 5-day labour again like I did with Edward, and then for it to end in having a cesarean again. So that's my only worry, is that I'll end up having to go and have an emergency one, not have it booked and all be nice and calm. And I don't want anything to happen to Edward, to the baby, like it did with Edward. Like, you know, he was bad after I had him. I don't think people realise how bad he was. You know, they picked up on a lot of things wrong with him afterwards. They said he was going to be mentally slow and physically slow. They said that he's got bits of his brain, like a bit of his brain missing, that can affect his eyesight and hearing, which it has evidently affected his hearing. Not as bad as what they thought, but you know, we went for the first 2.5 years constantly to hospital with him to get checkups. When he was almost 1, he stopped moving. He just lay there. He was almost 1 and he just lay there, and I took him to the hospital where he got admitted, and they were like trying to get him to do anything, and he literally just lay there. So I kind of don't want that happening again. I just want it to all go nice and smooth and simple and stuff like that. But yeah, so I don't really know. Gonna see a consultant and kind of figure that bit out. So yeah, let's stop talking about this now because this is really long. I bet this is really long. But yeah, so next, let me show you what's in this. So, well, I'll just kind of show you what they give you. Obviously, you get the book, and then on the back is your essential guide to breastfeeding and caring for your baby in Somerset, 2014. Pretty sure I got this kind of thing when I was pregnant with Edward. Oh my god, did I say hairy boobies then? Oh no, that's a man. But there's really cute things like, you know, skin to skin, how skin to skin is really good with dad, but also how skin to skin is really good for siblings as well. So if I took Edward's shirt off and, you know, and let Edward lie down and have the baby on top of him, the baby and Edward would get a nice bond, which I thought was really cute. I have kind of looked through this, I haven't really read it. They also show you how to latch the baby on, which is quite good. I mean, it has been almost, it will be like almost 6 years since I fed a baby. No wait, 5, it's been 5 years since I fed a baby, so it's been going to be a long time. I don't think it'll be long though. This wonderful thing. They give me a specimen pot so that I can pee in it next time I go and see my lady, my midwife. They also give you a foods to avoid eating form, piece of paper, where it's got things like uncooked eggs, which everybody knows about, so they rather you have hard-boiled eggs, not soft-boiled eggs, homemade mayonnaise, dressings, desserts made with raw eggs, such as tiramisu. I love tiramisu. I've got a good 9 months without tiramisu. I already eaten it in this pregnancy. I like tiramisu. Uncooked meats, rare steaks and stuff like that. Barbecued meat, unless you're sure that, you know, it's cooked. I've been talking for 18 minutes, I didn't know. Sorry, but you've got to look through this. I'll put this as a 2-part thing. Yeah, and then general things like coffee. This is a different thing from when I had Edward. You could drink coffee and tea. They didn't mind that, but now you have a limit. They reckon about 2 to 3 cups of strong coffee a day is all you're allowed. Kind of gone off of coffee, so that doesn't really matter. Also, I've got this form, which I do need to fill in and send off, is my prescription charge exemption thing, whereas I fill it out and basically I get prescriptions, dentist and stuff like that free for the first, well, during my pregnancy, then for a year after the baby's born, which will come in handy, really handy. What else did I get in here? Alright, now this is literally, and this is what the other thing she gave me is, it's got like the booking package and stuff. Oh, the other thing she asked me is whether I wanted to have the Down syndrome test, and I said no because I don't actually care. I said to her whether it has Down syndrome or not, and Jay agreed with me, we're going to love it anyway. We're not bothered if it's going to come out with something wrong with it. I know it's going to be a lot harder, but we're still going to love our baby the same, whether it has Down syndrome or it has not. They also asked me if I wanted to have my flu injection. I said no, I didn't have it with Edward, and I had the flu with Edward, and I was fine. They also asked me, she said something about whooping cough and whether I want the whooping cough injection. I didn't have it with Edward. I doubt I'll have it with this one. I'm not having loads and loads of things. Baby on the way, quit today. I guess that's smoking. Yeah, smoking and pregnancy thing. I've quit, pretty much anyway. Choosing where to have your baby. She said I have no option of that. I have to have the I have to have it in the labour ward. I can't go into this other ward, or I can't have it at home, which is fair enough. The combined test for Down syndrome, we're not doing that. Deep vein thrombosis leaflet, fair shout. After the best start, the healthy start, best start thingies, which is about breastfeeding, which I've already said I'm going to do. She asked me if I'm going to breastfeed, and I said, yeah, I breastfed with Edward. I'm going to try and make it to a year this time. I didn't quite make it. And then screening test for you and your baby. I have no idea what that is, so I'll read through this soon. I think it's about stuff. So yeah, sorry, I'm trying to do this really quick. This is going to have to be in a 2-part thing, I think. I think, unless it'll let me put it up all in one, and I don't really care if you don't watch all of it. No, I do watch all of it. I can't get that in there. Anyway, so other things. We have some vouchers. We have a 7C's pregnancy £1 off voucher. We have a Studio Christmas Book 2014. We have a Boots Parent Club 10 points per every pound thing. I already got that. It's really good. It's like one of them loyalty club cards. If you're not in this country, you scan it, you get points to how much you spent, and then it saves up. Then you can actually spend it as money. It's really good, and it's free, and you get freebies. Also, the best thing in the world, I love these. It is my Bounty Pack first voucher, which I fill in. Oh, that's not it. This is the online one. Hang on. I'll find that one in a minute. But basically you get this one, which is your booking appointment one. You get your mum to be pack. You get your newborn pack and your family pack. I've got a good plan though for anybody who is pregnant and do this. You get your Bounty Pack at Asda, you get an extra freebie, which is something silly like a socks or a bib, but you get an extra freebie just for getting it from Asda. I only know that because I asked the pharmacist about it, yeah. The other thing is we have got a... What the hell is that? Oh, I can sign off, send it off, and I get like a thing where they kind of give me a free money guide, and it's like a kids ISA account. What's that? I think it's like a bank account for kids that they can save in it. Oh, we've got some more little vouchers. We have a Graze thing where I get a free box. That is where $3.99. It's got nuts. You can pick what you want in it, nuts and stuff. I've not done that yet. I'm quite tempted. And we've got a Tommy's pregnancy line for expert advice on healthy pregnancies. Talk to our midwives from Monday to Friday, 9 PM to 5 PM, and it gives you a number, which is, I think, Tommy's is a foundation that Asda has kind of adopted, and like money goes to them. I'm going to research what that is one day. And we've got a little thing that tells you from trying for a baby, which is what I've still got and I'm still using. Your pregnancy care, or pregnancy care, that's what it's called. And then new mums, which has got the breastfeeding one, which is probably what I ended up buying because last time Ed attacked my whatever and made me... Did it beep again? No, it didn't beep. Ignore me. I thought I heard beeping. Yeah, so we also have a £15 off, £10 off Arcodo thing, which is like another shopping thing. I'm alright, I don't really want to use that. And they gave me some decaf tea bags. Can I hear a whoop whoop? Because Jay at his mum's house has got decaf coffee, so I have been having decaf. Apparently decaf is fine, but I've kind of gone off of coffee, so it's alright. And I got some decaf tea bags. I might try them. I really like English breakfast tea. It doesn't like English breakfast tea. And I have a 50p off voucher for that. Also, I think the best thing they gave me is they've given me a free sample, which is awesome, of the Pregnacare original pregnancy, and it's got all the all the things in it you obviously need, but it comes with a week's worth, so I can test it, see if I like it, and then buy it. I thought that was amazing. That is a really good buy. Well, good freebie. And You and Your Pregnancy, bounty.com, which is a week by week magazine, and it also shows you how to breastfeed. Also shows you how much weight you should gain and stuff like that. Oh my god, how much weight you should gain. I weighed myself, I think, right at the beginning, before I found out I was pregnant, and I was 11 stone 4, and I got weighed and I was 11 stone 11. And I can't eat a lot, and I don't know why. And to be truthful, the midwife said it could be because my boobs have gotten a lot bigger, and she doesn't think I've put on weight. She just thinks that, you know, certain things has happened, and my boobs are a lot bigger than what they were. So yeah, it shows you like this lady in her bump. And this is it, the free bounty pack. So I fill in this and I take it to Asda. And I think we're done. Are we done? We are done. I'm really sorry for this being really long. I'm really sorry for this being just this. And I will see you all next week, Friday. I'll see you Friday. Bye guys.